After Sergio Perez was confirmed to be staying with Red Bull for the rest of the season, Daniel Ricciardo has also been confirmed to stay with RB after the summer break for the remainder of 2024. We brought you the news the other day that Daniel Ricciardo was going to leave his phone on during the summer break. Well, Daniel, you can turn it off now, mate. You're safe. Daniel Ricciardo can join Sergio Perez in breathing a sigh of relief this week, with Red Bull deciding against changing its Formula 1 driver lineup after the summer break. So that goes for both the senior and the junior team. And as well, of course, Ricciardo found himself in the unique position of potentially being either promoted or sacked. And he could have been, well, after Perez got announced as being staying at Red Bull Racing, it was either he was going to stay put or get sacked. The pressure would have been on them, but it's come out pretty much straight away that he is not going to be replaced by Liam Lawson, which I think is the right move, to be honest. Although I'd be very interested to see what Lawson would do for the long term. I think Lawson should be in that RB seat next year. I think getting rid of Ricciardo midway through the season would have been more than harsh, to be honest, but let's see what this article says. So Ralph Back, who was writing for Auto Build, said that Max Verstappen and his management team were stunned to discover that Perez will not be dropped immediately for poor performances. See, I heard something different. I heard that Verstappen was actually lobbying to try and keep him in there. Dr. Helmut Marko confirmed after a meeting with the main team personnel at Red Bull, including Christian Horner, said that Perez is staying. We want to get him back to his old form. Ricciardo is staying too. Nothing will change. 2025 will be different, most likely. I think Liam Lawson will come into that RB team, and that is no disrespect to Daniel Ricciardo whatsoever. I think he's a great Formula 1 driver. I just feel like that it's not the right fit for him, not because he's not performing well, because I think he's performing pretty good. Tsunoda's doing better, of course, but I think Tsunoda is a very, very talented driver. But at the same time, I feel like it should be the junior team. It should be reserved for young drivers, and Liam Lawson's that, and Ricciardo isn't. And that's something that Helmut Marko has said a few times that he'd like to go back to what Toro Rosso used to be. It used to be the junior Red Bull team. Now, you average out the ages of the guys in the RB cars, and it's similar to what's in the senior team. Ricciardo's about the same age as Sergio Perez, if not a little older. So it's been on the grid since 2011. It's been a while. Back reports that Red Bull may have to intend to shuffle Perez aside and promote Ricciardo from the junior team for the remainder of 24, but that did not happen, obviously. And apparently, and I've done a video about this too, apparently Liberty Media had a hand in this as well. Now, I go into far more detail in that video. Check it out. I might put it up there if I remember to edit it correctly. Maybe not, but we'll see what happens. But either way, it'll be at the end of this video no matter what. I will link it in there. But yeah, there is rumours that Liberty Media had a hand in Perez staying on at Red Bull, which is pretty bad if it's true. But Marko has also suggested the cards will be reshuffled for 25. Indeed, it's believed that Liam Lawson has basically been promised an RB. I still see Red Bull and RB, and I think it's interchangeable, but yes, an RB cockpit, V-card cockpit for 25, even though Ricciardo disagrees with Marko about whether the Faenza-based outfit is still a junior team. I'm honest with myself that it still feels like a junior team. I wouldn't feel comfortable here. I'm 35, he's 35! Wow, I didn't realise he was that old. I thought he was like 32. I think I would feel a bit out of place, and I certainly don't. Ricciardo will be head-to-head with Lawson during the RB filming day test at Imola on Wednesday, which will have already happened by the time you see this video, actually. Ricciardo also told F1Insider.com, there's a lot at stake for me, but I'm in good spirits. Aussie vibes. But yeah, there we go, guys. The 4 Red Bull drivers are staying in the same place for the rest of the season, but it's going to change for next year, apparently. What's your thoughts? Is that the right move? Does Ricciardo need to leave? Nearly sneezed there. Managed to avoid it. Does Ricciardo need to move aside? Would you make any other changes? Should Perez stay at the senior team? Let us know in the comments below. And of course, for much more F1 content and opinions, keep it tuned right here to the F1Chronicle.com.